We are going to discuss about Krishna as well as the famous Hindu triad or trinity. Now in Vedas, there's a very, very famous concept which many people must have heard about the Hindu gods triad or trinity. So in the material world, there are these famous three deities who are known as the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of this material world. They are known as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, or Shankar, or Lord Shiva. So Brahma is attributed to the creator of this material world, and Vishnu is the maintainer, as well as Shiva, or Lord Shankar, is said to be the destroyer of just this material world. So where does Krishna come in all this? So let us discuss a bit. Now, in terms of universal geography, there is a spiritual world which is extremely huge, which is the kingdom and domain of God, which is eternal, beautiful, and brilliant, illuminated. And then there's a small corner of this entire universe which is known as the material worlds, which is dark and which is temporary, which is a place where all the living beings go who try to enjoy separate from God. So Krishna is here in the spiritual world enjoying his different pastimes and, and with his devotees eternally playing and having a lot of fun. But realizing that some of his children are stuck in this material world, which is like a prison, this dark place, which is temporary, miserable, confusing, you have different bodies, reincarnation and all that, Krishna comes down to this world. And now when he comes here, he's not going to come fully in his original form. So he first takes an incarnation of Vishnu. Now this Vishnu which comes here is called Mahavishnu or Karno Dakasai Vishnu. This Vishnu comes to outside this material world. Now this Vishnu, so Krishna is like God at home where he has no weapons, he's chill, he's just, having a good time. Whereas Vishnu is like God at work. If you see a photo of Vishnu, he has weapons and he has armor and he has a helmet and he has gold and ornaments. So this Vishnu comes to this world and he starts to manifest all the ingredients needed to create the material world. And then from his pores of his body, from his breathing, he manifests unlimited material worlds, unlimited universes for these jivas to go in and try to enjoy. So he creates unlimited universes from his breathing. Then this same Mahavishnu again now expands and enters into each and every one of these millions and millions and millions of universes in a second form, which is known as Garbhodakasai Vishnu. This is the Vishnu which is part of that trinity, that triad. Because Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, these three people are the ones who are in charge of one single small universe. Like that in each universe there's a Brahma, there's a Vishnu, there's a Shiva. In each universe there's a Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva. So what people commonly understand as the topmost Hindu triad gods, they are actually the topmost in one small universe, material universe. Beyond that there's a whole history of creation. So this Mahavishnu expands himself into each universe as another Vishnu called Garbhodakasai Vishnu. And now in each universe, again that Vishnu expands as the super soul sitting in everyone's heart. God is always with us, sitting right beside us. And his name is called Kshirodakasai Vishnu. So there are three forms of Vishnu going down each levels. So Krishna, where does Krishna come in all this? That Supreme Krishna who takes a form of Vishnu, again he comes back as Krishna in this material world as one of the avatars of Vishnu. So Vishnu takes many avatars. He comes as a fish, he comes as a boar, he comes as this. But once in a while he comes in his original form as well. So there are some people who pray to Vishnu, there are some people praying to Krishna. In terms of potency, they are the same. But in terms of mellows, because we are individuals, everyone has their own taste, their own mellow, their own inclinations, their own likings, and God is not dogmatic. So God understands everyone has a different variety and taste. So let them approach me, which is not wrong. The difference between Vishnu and Krishna would be that both are supreme lords, but the mellows are different. One will approach Vishnu in a very awe, reverence, kingly fervor. That kind of a mellow would come. But Krishna is a young cowherd boy who's, has very simple ornaments and sweet relations, and you can put your arm around his shoulder, kind of a person. So, therefore, the Supreme Lord who's so relaxed, right? And anyone can approach him. And Vishnu is a little with strictness and awe and reverence and royalty and fervor and all that. So that's the difference in mellows. Now, in relation to this, there's a nice story. In 1920s, there was a German seeker who came to India, and he wanted to understand who is the Supreme Lord. And he went from temple to temple, town to town, city to city, all across India. And finally, he came to one spiritual master who was worshipping Krishna, and he said that, my dear Guru, I understood now that Krishna is supreme. And he was thinking, how did you come to this conclusion? Did you read some Vedic text? He said, no, just by keen observation. He said, let me tell you, when I went to every temple, when I went to every house of God, I saw the different forms of all the deities, and everyone was doing some kind of work. Some people were just giving blessings, and some had weapons, and some were giving protection, and some were doing this and doing that, giving some benedictions. Everyone is just busy, engaged in something. But when I came and saw the temple of Krishna, Krishna was just playing a flute, relaxed, and he was not, giving benedictions or fighting some weapons. And I came to the conclusion that even if you see in this world, who is the most relaxed person? The topmost person who owns the company, they are playing golf somewhere and they hardly come to work. Well, everyone else, the guy in the office, the CEO has a tie, a necktie and a badge and all that. But the guy who owns the entire establishment, he is wearing flip-flops and walking to the office. And, he has his beach sandals on, and he doesn't care. He's so simple. So this German seeker, very nice to intuition actually. He kind of understood that Krishna is just, because God has no work, God has only play. So this is how the relation of Krishna with the famous Hindu triad of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are connected. Hare Krishna.